What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another major market breakdown. Some of our insights from last week have started to come to fruition. If this is your first time watching the video, go ahead and hit that like button, sub button, and that bell icon. All that's going to tell the algorithm this is good content and needs to get pushed further. Without further ado, let's get into it. So DXY, the dollar, the US dollar. So we had kind of gotten to a shift where the dollar was being bullish, as you know. Let me go ahead and go on the 4 hours so you guys can get the full picture of all of this here. So all this right here was because of some good, well, partially because of some good US data that came out. If you watched last week's episode, or the week before that, or the week before that, you'll know that I have not been very trusting of this good US data because of the fact that earlier in the year, a lot of it was being revised over and over again and coming out worse than, you know, it was led on to be. So now that we've kind of put out a whole bunch of good data, I'm more wary on it being, you know, real. So some slight data to the opposite has occurred, as well as the fact that the U.S. government still shut down. So with that and sticky inflation, jobs data not the greatest. I think that we're gonna start seeing more downside on the US dollar here. Now, this whole little formation here looked to be something that it wanted to buy from with this double bottom here, but I just don't think the data is gonna support that. Now, if we end up like popping above here and like closing on the 4 hour daily in this area, like above this high here, then I would be like, maybe let's take another look at the data. But I don't think that's what's gonna occur. I think we're gonna get we may get a slight push higher here, and then more downside. But once this low here is broken, then I like full send to the bottom, and then what happens after that, you know, it'll probably be the end of the week. So we'll reanalyze and give you guys an update. So what's that gonna look like on our Forex pairs? Well, all this is wrong now. I had sells that were, you know, still valid for a while, but now that the data is slightly shifted, you guys will start to notice that when data shifts, so does my perspective. I trade based on fundamental factors, and technicals always come second to that. So where I was seeing sells, now I don't want to take them because of the fact that I can see the dollar going to the downside. Now, like I said, we might get a slight push higher on the dollar before it starts giving us that downside momentum. So I think we may end up either breaching or touching this low here. We may not even go that far down though. If we don't close, if we get stoppage and don't close below here, then I would like it. I would like it in this area here for buys. But what I like the most would be another tap down here. But I don't believe that we'll probably get that. We'll probably just come down to this little area here and then start buying up. And I will be looking for those buys. I'm not in the business sales this week. I do believe that buys are going to be the more lucrative side of the market. Let's go and pull up GU. GU similar. I was actually expecting a little bit more downside than we got on GU beforehand, just because the GBP data is a little bit weak. But it's weak to steady, you know. So it's like in the range of being steady, slightly weak. Now with the US dollar being on the super more weaker side, then we're just gonna see this start to reprice higher, something likely off of, like, I'd like it to go fill in this little wick that it made here on the 4 hour. I wouldn't expect it to do very much more downside than that before starting to push higher. But like I said, if we get closures, like major closures below these levels here, then I'll have to take another look at the data. But as far as right now goes, that's what it's looking like. And then I love these buys. I love these buys the most because of the fact that gold has given up a good pullback, and I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be a lot of folks that have just been itching to buy gold, waiting to buy gold because gold's just been on a freaking tear to the upside, right? So I think buyers are gonna step in on gold, and that's gonna also help push this Aussie dollar a bit higher here. I feel like it's more so probably gonna be a breakout. It's probably just gonna push higher, then give us a pullback, something like to this level here, and then we'll catch that. I just don't see it pulling back too much like the other ones because of that uh, gold correlation there. And then we just to give y'all the trade of the week. It's gonna be a shorter video than a lot of videos because I am in a B&B right now. We're waiting on our condo to be finished. They're renovating it and whatnot. But this is the trade called out in the free chat and the membership chat on, was it Thursday or Friday? One of them. But I've been waiting for. We were taking AED Chef sells like 2 months ago, something like that. We were looking for price to end up down here a while ago. Let me go on the daily. Yeah, like we started looking for trades around here. Ended up taking some sells around here, then kind of just waited the market out, wanted to see how the fundamental factors was going to actually come into play, and then it gave us a push down to this to match this, sort of match this bottom that I had made here. So this is the trade that the chats are currently in. Please trade safe, trade smart, don't over risk, don't over trade. Most definitely don't over leverage your account, everybody. Folks love to do that out there and then blame the markets. The markets can't take your account out if you're always using good risk management. I'll tell you that. Next entry on AD Chef, I would say wait for a pullback to this level here. Would be your best bet on getting in. And then as you can see, we got TB1 here, already halfway there. And then TB2 up here. Yeah, that's the trade of the month, I guess you could probably say. Yeah. It was gonna be a different one. It was gonna be a different one, but you know, conditions changed. I think it was gonna be CAD-JPY. But you know, ever changing conditions, you know, you got to be adaptable. If you're going to be a trader, you have to be adaptable. You got to make sure that you're able to think on your toes when things are moving fast, and you know, make sure you take advantage of all the tools out there for you, especially things like this. We have this free tool for you. You could just come on here and type in whatever pair you're looking for, hit check, and it's going to give you a momentum reading, whether that be bearish momentum incoming, bullish momentum incoming. It's gonna give you a good idea of what's incoming. Now I'm gonna let you know that like what the Sparrow sentiment box is not always gonna match what's in this box, because this box right here, as you can read, the bird's eye tool provides traders with high-level view of the market by highlighting shifts in momentum before they fully develop, by analyzing market strength and weakness in real time. The tool helps everybody anticipate reversals or breakthroughs or staying inside of a trend, or where you are inside of a trend. So it can be used in a multitude of ways. But you know, for scalpers, day traders, position traders, whatever kind of trader you are, it can be utilized. So I invite you guys to go use it, go check it out, make full use of it, get some coins out of it. It's free to use. You don't have to sign up for it. None of that. Just go in there and use it. The link is in the description below. All right. I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm going to catch you on the next one.